What a head, son! What a head!
How's it, guys? This is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. And in this video, I'll take you guys to my final team selection for the upcoming GameWeek 14. Now, I know you're asking me why am I making a final team video when I usually make a deadline stream, but unfortunately for GameWeek 14, I won't be able to stream as I'll be away for the start of the weekend. So because I won't be doing a deadline stream, I want to take you guys through my final thoughts of my team selection, so that you guys don't have any questions when I do post it over on Twitter. So yes, I will be posting my final team selection as I always do on the deadline streams. I usually upload it, so don't worry, you guys won't miss the team selection. I'll post it on my Twitter page at DayvyFPL, also on my Discord server. There's a link to join it in the description down below. But in this video, I'll be taking you guys through my final transfer thoughts. If I do make a transfer, it's going to be the one I detail in this specific video, so make sure that you guys catch it at the end of the video. But don't worry, this will be quite a shorter video than usual, just going to kind of go over the team selection, the potential thoughts, and also cover all the situations in terms of Haaland. So if you guys do enjoy this video, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So going over the team selection currently for GameWeek 14, without any transfers made, this is the simple best starting 11 that I could come up with, as I want to give you guys some context of what I'm currently dealing with. So in terms of the transfers, at the bottom right hand side, one free transfer, 2.9 million in the bank. Going on to our bench department, kind of picks itself this week. Danny Ward against Man City is a terrible game. Kurt Zuma against United, yes, they are great defense, but United have also been improving, so that's a comfortable bench for me. Solanke against Spurs. Now there was some big news about Solanke covered in the press conference with Bournemouth today. The manager came out and said that it's looking a lot better than they initially thought, and Solanke could even feature in GameWeek 14. But for me, even if he does feature, Spurs at home, not a great fixture on paper, and that's why I just hope that he's back for GameWeek 15 and onwards. Then finally, Neco Williams, yes, they have racked up a couple clean sheets in the past couple game weeks, but against Arsenal away, not too confident of him getting any returns. So going on to our back line, it's going to be Pope and Trippier, double up of that Newcastle defense. Aston Villa at home, relatively good fixture. However, I do think Aston Villa pose quite a good attacking threat, so I really just hope the Newcastle defenders can bear that. Then we have Cancelo, great fixture on paper there, even though Leicester are quite an attacking side. We saw in the Ultimate Guide yesterday, the XG per game isn't that high from Leicester, so definitely Man City could keep a clean sheet, and Cancelo could always get that attacking threat. Then we also starting Anderson from Crystal Palace. We spoke about kind of Crystal Palace's bad defense, but Southampton's bad attack as well. So it's kind of going to be garbage versus trash for GameWeek 14, and who's going to come out on top? For our own FPL team, hopefully it's going to be that Crystal Palace defense, as we do need the points in GameWeek 14. Then go on to midfield department. We're going to be playing all our midfielders for GameWeek 14. Salah against Leeds at home, great fixture on paper. Vice captaincy currently is going to be on Salah, but the armband might shift to him come that GameWeek 14 deadline. Now we saw in the Champions League that Liverpool put on a really good performance. We're super happy that I saw Salah get a goal and an assist. We're taking up more of a central position as well, which is always nice to see. Now the big thing for me about this fixture is the return of Darwin Núñez. We saw against Ajax. They just look like a better side with him up front, and that's why Salah's kind of caught my eye in terms of captaincy. Then Wilfried Zaha is a big talking point around him. A lot of managers want to transfer him out for Saka, who was actually rested tonight in Arsenal's European game. But I'm comfortable keeping Zaha against Southampton at home because he does generally well at home, so hopefully he has a great game. Then I will be starting Andreas Pereira against Everton at home. A lot of managers actually benching him. I'm fine with playing him. Over the past couple of game weeks, he's been pretty consistent at 4.5 million, so I kind of feel like he deserves to start. Then we have Phil Foden against Leicester away. Now there was some concern about Phil Foden, kind of started that Champions League game, played the majority of minutes, and there were some comments after the fixture about him looking potentially tired. So let's just hope that he does start this fixture, because the next three for Man City are simply outstanding, and we do need Phil to actually get us some performances. In the final option, Martinelli, kind of polar opposite to Saka. Saka was rested in the European game. Martinelli played a full 90 minutes, picked up a yellow card, but no attacking returns, so pretty dismal performance. But I do still think that he will start on the weekend, or at least I hope he will, because Nottingham Forest at home is a great fixture on paper. Then moving on to our forward department, Haaland and Mitrovic kind of picked themselves, Everton at home and Man City away respectively. Great fixtures on paper for both these two assets, but I just hope that both of them overcome their injuries or their knocks and start the fixtures. So talking about captaincy currently, the captaincy is currently going to be on Erling Haaland, but as you guys are watching this video, Pep Guardiola is having his press conference. It's going to be 1:30 my time, 12:30 in the UK, so just make sure that you guys watch out for that, because that's probably going to be the best news we get before the deadline. Now there might be some early team news, but I wouldn't be trusting too many sources, so make sure that if you do get early team news, it's from a reliable source. Now I just think that Erling Haaland, if he does start the fixtures, the best captaincy option hands down. Leicester's defense is atrocious, Man City's attack is ruthless, and so is Erling Haaland. But let's just pause the team selection for a current moment. Let's go over some dilemmas, some situations. Let's just say that Erling Haaland is predicted to not play against Leicester, or at least not start. What are we going to do with that transfer and also the captaincy? Well, for me, it's an easy captaincy switch. I think I'll probably go for Mo Salah against Leeds at home. Great historical record against Leeds at home at Anfield. Liverpool will look to rebound after that poor performance against Nottingham Forest, so the armband might shift to the Egyptian. Now, in terms of the transfer out, if he's going to miss one game week, if it's going to be 2 game weeks, it's just that Pep Guardiola comes out and says that he'll be missing for about 3 weeks up into the World Cup, then I might actually transfer him out to someone like a Harry Kane as a direct switch. Then if we do bring in Harry Kane, I'll probably all captain Harry Kane instead, as I just feel like he's the second best option after Haaland. But to be honest, when looking at the injury, it seems like a kind of knock on his foot. I don't think he's going to miss more than one game week, and that's why he's going to be a keep for me. But don't worry, as we do get that news, I'll update you guys what my current thoughts are, and come that Game Week 14 deadline, make sure that you guys will follow me on Twitter or my Discord server to get the team. So looking at the starting 11 here, the team looks relatively fine. I think most of our starting 11 options have great fixtures, potential for points, and at least we have Zuma on the bench for some coverage. But just make a mental note of the team currently, because now we're going to move on to the transfer plan. So going on to the transfer plan, and the first kind of situation I'm currently leaning towards is actually banking the transfer. When you guys look at the starting 11, obviously without any injury news, if all my options will start, then the team looks pretty respectable. So I could potentially bank the transfer and have 2 transfers going to Game Week 15. Now there is one transfer that I was kind of leaning towards in my team selection. That's going to be the one on screen right now, Neco Williams to Gabriel. But please take note that Gabriel apparently limped off after coming on in that Arsenal European game. So you might actually be a doubt going into Game Week 14. But let's just say that Arteta comes out and says that it was simple kind of discomfort, maybe a cramp or something like that, and Gabriel was fine for Game Week 14. And this is the transfer I'm leaning towards because they're lovely fixture at home against Nottingham Forest. Now Neco Williams for me is an easy sell, could also take out Anderson or Zuma, but I just think with all the money in the bank I can still afford this move and a potential upgrade in Game Week 15 and 16. So the reason I was going for an Arsenal defender over one of the attackers is I feel like with Solanke now, he might return for Game Week 14, definitely for Game Week 15 potentially, and then he has Leeds away and Everton at home. So I'm willing to keep Solanke for those 2 fixtures. I know he's super cheap, Bournemouth are terrible attacking wise, but still I think that he might be worth it for those next 2. And that's all with these Arsenal defenders. For me, it's a locked in clean sheet. Wolves away in Game Week 16 and Game Week 14, Nottingham Forest at home. Both those 2 games should be clean sheets, and as you guys know, Gabriel offers that attacking threat off those set pieces. But the one situation that's going to kind of nullify this transfer is, let's just say that Crystal Palace do keep a clean sheet against Southampton, and therefore Anderson in our starting 11 would have got us those points anyways. So that's what this transfer kind of comes down to. Do I think Crystal Palace will keep a clean sheet against Southampton at home or not? If I don't think this Gabriel move makes a lot of sense, but if I do think there's a chance of a clean sheet, then it might be worth just banking the transfer. Let me know in the comments down below, would you guys do this transfer, or do you think Anderson could potentially keep a clean sheet against Southampton in Game Week 14? Now obviously there are some other moves I could potentially look at. Let's just say that Mitrovic is out, we can always go for those replacements I mentioned in the Ultimate Guide yesterday, a Callum Wilson, a Ivan Toney, or a Calvert-Lewin. All of those assets look pretty respectable, even a Gabriel Jesus, even though he is on 4 yellow cards. But with the injury news that I currently have, this is a situation that I'll be probably going for, so touch wood we don't get any massive news. So in terms of the team that you guys will probably be seeing come Game Week 14, it will either be the one that you see on screen right now. This is going to be, if no transfers are made, 2.9 left in the bank, or if I do the Gabriel move or go for a similar Arsenal defender, it's going to be this team selection with 1.9 in the bank now. So you guys can see with 1.9 in the bank, I can still upgrade Mitrovic, Solanke to a respective option, and that'll be quite a nice upgrade in Game Week 15 and 16. But let me know what your guys' current thoughts are. What's your transfer plan going to Game Week 14? Let's just hope that Pep Guardiola gives us some confident news about Haaland, because if he is going to be missing for Game Week 14, he might actually be worth the transfer out, to be honest. But as I said, as you guys are watching this video, he's already spoken, so just take that information into account. But this is basically going to wrap up the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you did and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. As I mentioned earlier on, please make sure that you guys are following me on Twitter or my Discord server, where I will be posting the team for you. But I'm going to sign off with Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.